am I so sore?
There are everyday moments.
We can totally do this ourselves.
That hurt.
And there are epic moments.
This'll be epic!
Yeah, that was awesome.
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics.
Hi, Doc. My knee,
We'll help you move forward so you can tell the story.
shoulder, my elbow.
Are you looking for a new vehicle but not finding what you want? Don't settle on a vehicle you don't love. Your order experts are here to help. We call it Vern ID Ford Your Way. Reserve your new car today. Your car, your way, on your time. Yes, it's that simple. Want to build your car online? Vern ID Ford Your Way. Want to chat with our order expert? Vern ID Ford Your Way. Whatever you want, however you want, Vern ID Ford Your Way can help. Are you
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lie?
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Black Hills State University provides the opportunity to explore careers with more than 125 programs of study. With quality programs and passionate faculty, you can find the path to a career of your dreams. While exploring academic options, find adventure that awaits for you in the beautiful wilderness surrounding Spearfish. Get involved in one of the many clubs on campus. Learn to lead and gain the knowledge that puts you above the rest. Apply now at bhsu.edu.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Oh, why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
We can totally do this ourselves.
That hurt.
And there are epic moments.
This'll be epic!
Yeah, that was awesome.
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics.
Hi, Doc. My knee,
We'll help you move forward so you can tell the story.
shoulder, my elbow.
Are you looking for a new vehicle but not finding what you want? Don't settle on a vehicle you don't love. Your order experts are here to help. We call it Vern ID Ford Your Way. Reserve your new car today. Your car, your way, on your time. Yes, it's that simple. Want to build your car online? Vern ID Ford Your Way. Want to chat with our order expert? Vern ID Ford Your Way. Whatever you want, however you want, Vern ID Ford Your Way can help. Are you
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool.
Agrimax and West River Ag have been in the winter area for a combined total of 9 years. We offer top-of-the-line services and inputs such as chemical, seed, fertilizer application, spraying, and agronomy services, with a certified crop advisor on staff. We are a full-service business that is locally owned and operated.
Big city shopping without having to travel. Barry and Basil is proud to offer curated kitchenware, gadgets, gourmet foods, olive oil and vinegar, wine, and much more. Follow us on Facebook for upcoming events and special announcements. Wedding gift registry and private tasting events are available by appointment, and our online shopping experience is coming soon. Join us and find joy in cooking as you gather your friends and family to eat, drink, and love.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
What drives the next generation of champions? Those student athletes who choose to do what is difficult, with commitment, with sacrifice, with faith that hard work does pay off in the end, no matter the final score. Vern ID of Mitchell believes in the next generation of student leaders as they excel on the playing field, on the court, on the mat, and in everyday life. Vern ID of Mitchell, we deliver what you need for the road of life.
Make sure your grass is always greener with a new John Deere mower from your local C&B. Big or small, let the experts at C&B help you find the mower or utility tractor that will help you get the job done right. Stop in and check out the John Deere Z-Track mowers or take a load off with a new utility tractor with attachments available to help you with your projects of all sizes. Go green this summer at C&B. Learn more about available offers at DeereEquipment.com.
Real tractors are green.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
D-Highs Processing LLC, north of exit 265 in Chamberlain, is a custom-exempt licensed processor with a large retail base of beef, pork, lamb, chicken, fish, and shellfish. Tina, Jamie, and the crew invite you to come in and try their 25 different flavors of brats, 13 flavors of marinated chicken breast, and 5 flavors of marinated steaks and pork chops. Don't forget, sticks and jerky are available too. Everyone at D-Highs Processing would like to wish Chamberlain area students the best of luck in all their activities.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local Agtegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Agtegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Black Hills State University provides the opportunity to explore careers with more than 125 programs of study. With quality programs and passionate faculty, you can find the path to a career of your dreams. While exploring academic options, find adventure that awaits for you in the beautiful wilderness surrounding Spearfish. Get involved in one of the many clubs on campus. Learn to lead and gain the knowledge that puts you above the rest. Apply now at bhsu.edu.
Farming isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau. As the #1 farm insurer in our territory, we offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, your machinery, your livestock, even your home and autos. We make it simple to get customized coverage in one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it most. Contact me, Rocky Newenhouse, your Farm Bureau agent in Corsica and Mitchell, to see how I can help protect your bottom line.
Contact Rocky Newenhouse today at 946-5606.
Farming.
The right nutrition, animal health, and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at Farmco, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm, and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know Farmco locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winnard, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. Farmco, feeding your future. The right nutrition.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation. For over 70 years.
Quench that thirst and feed that craving at the newly reopened Silver Dollar Pug and Grub in Chamberlain, South Dakota. Whether you need a place to watch the big game or warm up after a day of fishing or hunting, we have you covered with a new bar snack menu and a great lunch special Monday through Friday. While you wait for your food, challenge someone to a great game of darts, foosball, or a game of pool. Proud sponsor of Chamberlain and surrounding communities, sports, and activities.
Your winning destination, the Golden Buffalo Casino in Lower Brule, gives you more chances to win. Hot seat drawings, pick a prize drawings, chances to win great prizes, the hottest slots around. It's all just waiting for you at the Golden Buffalo Casino. Find out more by logging on to thegoldenbuffalocasino.com and by following them on Facebook. Just minutes.
Welcome football fans to Don Giese Field tonight here in Chamberlain, South Dakota. We are in week 9 of South Dakota football, and both teams are trying for that last spot in 11A playoffs. Chamberlain comes into this game with a record of 2-5, and on the other hand, Milbank comes into this with a record of 1-6. First for Milbank starting lineup. Number 1, a junior, Jaden Johnson. A 6'2 junior, Garrett Mertens. A 5'11 senior, Braden Christensen. A 6' senior, Sawyer Gower. 6'2 senior, Eli Johnson. 5'11 senior, Barrett Schneck. 5'10 sophomore, Jesse Schneck. 6' senior, Aiden Foyle. 6'1 sophomore, Oliver Korth. 6'3 senior, Tice Mersu. And lastly for Milbank, a 6' junior, Raul Barones. Now for the Cubs, a 5'10 junior, Bryce Ryer. A 5'11 junior, Devin Anderson. A 6'1 sophomore, Dusty Rose. A 6' junior, Sawyer Donovan. 5'10 junior, Levi Miller. 6'4 senior, Noah Hutmaker. A 5'10 junior, Albert Bora. 6' junior, Raiden Hack. A 6' junior, Peyton Hora. A 6'6 junior, Canyon Burkard. A 6'3 freshman, Blaze Knippling. The Cubs are head coached by Jeff Rodmacher, and Milbank is head coached by Brian Almendinger.
Looking forward to getting things started off here tonight. Should hopefully be a good football game here. The Cubs need to win these next 2 games or even see a chance at the playoffs. Question is can they do so here? These teams they're both in desperate need for a win here tonight, especially this late in the season. If you want to see your season keep going on, like we've said all season, you got to win ball games.
And that's exactly right, Maxwell. The Cubs are right on the verge of making the 11A football playoffs. Milbank is not far behind them. And with 2 games left to go in the regular season, both of them are must-win games for each team if they want to make the playoffs.
And one thing I think we've definitely noticed here so far these past few ball games with the Cubs, they've definitely been getting better and better throughout the season, especially with that loss of Cruz Solik earlier on in the year. They've definitely been improving as a team, and I think that homecoming game, that last home game we saw here, definitely was some big inspiration for them in that day. They're starting to play much better since then, and we will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Reliance Exit 248. We'd like to thank you for tuning into this broadcast and supporting our area youth. The Golden Buffalo Casino, proud to support Live Ticket.
Midstate Communications is a proud supporter of area athletics, education, and extracurricular activities. With Midstate's 100% fiber optic network, they are gig certified and offer the latest in technology, including a Wi-Fi 6 router. Midstate provides the highest quality services at the most affordable rate, all over the region's fastest and most reliable network. Whether it be voice, video, or internet, Midstate Communications has you covered. Call 778-6221 or go to midstatesd.net and see how they can connect you to the world.
Are you searching for an epic career in the healthcare field? Look no further. You can get a practical nursing degree from Lake Area Technical College right here at Capital City Campus in Pierce, South Dakota. It's close to home, affordable, hands-on learning, and relevant training, outstanding job placement with an excellent return on your investment, and one of the best nursing programs available in the region. For more information on how you can launch your healthcare career, go to lakeareatech.edu or capitalcitycampus.org.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great
I think it might have been playing during the ads.
agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Our audio.
Your first.
And we are back here on Live Ticket TV. as Live Ticket TV brings you the footage of the Chamberlain Cubs versus the Milbank Bulldogs, as both teams are sending their captains out to midfield for the coin toss. Maxwell, what do you expect out of both sides tonight?
Well, it's definitely going to be one thing we've seen with Chamberlain is how strong their running game is, and if Milbank is if they came into this game with a game plan that they know they're going to have to stop the running game, especially when Noah Huntmaker is given the ball, and he is a force to be reckoned with on the football field. So that's one thing they're definitely going to have to watch out for. Play calling on the Cubs, we've definitely seen them improve over that these past few ball games. Definitely something they're going to have to watch out. Be smart about it when you're calling plays out on the field. And Milbank's definitely going to have to get something going right away at the game, because we've seen with the Cubs, when they get so far behind, it gets demoralizing, and it's a lot harder for them to fight back. So if they can get something going right away, that'll be great for them.
And that's exactly right, Maxwell. The Cubs are going to have to set the tone early with the running game and use that advantage they have in the trenches up front with their offensive line. With the Cubs, their smallest guy on the line is 225, and they're pretty consistent between 240 and their biggest is 305 with Canyon, who is tough to block on that line. So the Cubs, they have to learn to use that line to their advantage and just play their game.
And they got some younger guys on that line too, and this is a great season to really get them some experience, and later on, especially next year and going on these next 2 years, you could say they're definitely going to be something to watch out for later on. This team keeps improving every game we see. From the beginning of the season, it's safe to say that Chamberlain has made a lot of progress, and it's very good to see.
And that's exactly right. Chamberlain, from the first game till last week, taking on Del Rapids, who is 1 or 2 in the polls now. They've came a long ways, and they've been competing very well.
Here's a cold night up here at the football field. Hopefully it doesn't get too chilly later on. Luckily we don't have as bad a wind as we've seen these past 2 days.
And Chamberlain is going to kick off here to open the game.
Levi Miller is going to be kicking off.
Miller chooses to kick off from the far hash.
Milbank looking for some leg room there. He gets stopped about the 43.
Braden Christensen on the return for the Bulldogs, brought down by Peyton Haugen by a shoestring tackle. If he didn't get brought down there, who knows how far he could have gone.
Cubs got lucky there. At least they got him stopped before the 50. This is a decent field position here for Milbank.
Garrett Mertens, the junior, has taken the reins of the He's going to hand it off to Caleb Rick. Who picks up 3 on the...
QB is going to take it himself. Can he get the first down? He gets stopped about 3 yards short. Actually about 4 yards short. Third down and 4. Seen Milbank stick to the running ball so far here.
Mertens running in the play from his coaches.
Cubs defensive line has been putting some pressure on them here. They haven't really been able to make too huge of a play yet, but we'll see how this goes. motion by Milbank, and they're going to carry the ball again. He looks like he's going to get the first down.
He hands it off to Gower up the middle.
And like what we said at the start of this game, you know, the running game on both sides, I feel like we're going to see that a lot here tonight.
Who picks up 7 on the play. Good enough for a Bulldog first down.
And there's another run play by Milbank. And it looks like they gained about 1 on the play, so it's going to be about 2nd and 9. So, you know, the Cubs defensive line's got to be anticipating that now. Every single play has been a run. You know, Milbank, they could throw a curveball at him here and maybe pass the ball, maybe go for some play action. But nope, they're going to stick to the running game here.
Once again to Gower, who picks up 4 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs.
Cubs need to get a stop here. Got to be anticipating the run ball. And I won't be surprised if we see the Chamberlain Cubs offense do a very similar thing here. This running game has been working very well for them so far this year. And looks like they're going to get the stop.
The Bulldogs go with a little option play as Mertens flips it to Gower on the outside. Gower tries to get to the edge, doesn't quite get there. He'll pick up about 3 on the play. That'll bring up 4th and 2. The Bulldogs feeling as if they're in 4-down territory.
I think they...
As Mertens is running it back in the play from the coach.
Looks like they're going to go for it this early. Taking a risk here.
Bulldogs loading up 2 in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to...
And that risk is going to be worth it. He's going to gain a couple yards on the play. Looks like he's going to get stopped about the 30. Gain of about 5 on the play. And he gets the first down there. A good play calling there, taking the risk. They, you know, all their runs so far, they haven't had any negatives. They've been gaining yards on each play, so definitely go for it in a situation like that.
And the Bulldogs going trips left on the near side with Gower in the backfield. Mertens looks left to fire, and his intended receiver was Jaden Johnson, who ball goes through his hands, and that will bring up 2nd and 10. Bulldogs trying to catch the Cubs a little bit off guard on that last play.
Which I was surprised they didn't just run the ball again, because like I said, they've had, you know, nothing but gains when they have ran the ball. Especially when you kind of get into this part of the field. And there we go for the run play again.
That time it was to Eli Johnson.
Looks like they're going to get stopped about the 25. Can bring up 3rd and 5.
Met by number 4, Bryce Ryder, with help from number 6, Devin Anderson. Get a 5 on the play, brings up 3rd and 10. Correction, 3rd and 5.
The Bulldogs keeping... A holding penalty was called on the last play, and
can't afford that here, especially when you're going to be on... Oh, looks it's going to go to 2nd down here because of that foul. Milbank really taking their time with this possession here. That's one thing. You don't have to try to go for the touchdown score in one play, especially this early in the game. You just take your time, get gain yards one at a time and just get those first downs, and you'll get the touchdown. Incompleted pass by Milbank. That's going to bring up about 3rd and long. Third and 17 to be exact. Milbank hasn't completed a pass yet this game.
But on the other side of that, Maxwell, Milbank has done a great job of keeping Chamberlain on their toes on the running game, as they have had 6 different ball carriers so far on their first drive. Mertens drops back, looks to fire right, ball is knocked down.
Wild pass, nearly intercepted.
Ty Grazer had his hands on that and couldn't quite haul it in. And that'll bring up 4th and a country mile for the Bulldogs.
Cubs defensive line just put pressure on the quarterback, and then, you know, it looked like it was about to get tackled there, and that's when it's going to cause one of those wild throws, and Ty Grazer had the chance there.
Yeah, the Cubs defensive line broke through on that play and was able to get a hand on that football, which made that ball float, and the Cubs weren't able to haul in the interception. And if you're the Cubs defense, you have to come up with that, I feel like. Get your defense off the field and allow your offense to go try to put points on the board. And as we will see Sawyer Gower to punt away for the Bulldogs.
And a wild punt right.
That punt went 6 yards.
That's going to put the Cubs in a semi-decent field position here.
And we'll just keep it here, Maxwell, as the Cubs bring out their offensive group. And
I think we're going to see a similar thing with the Cubs here. Definitely focusing on running the ball. They kind of had to adapt to that this year, especially since they lost Cruz Solik, which was the key.
On the second play of week 1.
Which was definitely a heavy loss for them, so I think they had to kind of adapt their game after that. It's going to be very interesting to see what they do here. Cubs are wearing the pink uniforms to support the fight against cancer tonight.
Pink uniforms with white lettering and numerals. And on the other side, Milbank white jersey tops and maroon pants. Donovan's going to hand it off to Ryer. Ryer puts his head down and picks up about 6 on the play. Correction, make that 7.
2nd and 3 to go.
And Ryer does a great job of hitting. What I've seen from Ryer so far this year, he's done a great job of when he's running hard. Not afraid to put his head down through those holes. And
we've definitely seen a lot of improvement from that play of the last home game.
Ryer not going down without a fight, who picks up looks like 3 on that play.
And with these last 2 games you've seen here, Ryer's proven to be a asset to the Chamberlain team, especially I remember watching the homecoming football game. He really carried that team to that win. He's proven to be a very valuable player, and it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this season plays out, and next year how that's going to go for him.
And the Cubs going right back to Ryer. Ryer running hard. Picks up about 5 on the play.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And all 3 of those times, Maxwell, Ryer was met in the backfield when the first initial contact was met by the Bulldogs, and he just does not stop. And he continues to pick up yards after contact. And this time they're going to go to Hutmaker, who
looks like that might be a fumble there.
No, he was down. Oh, just kidding. They're going to say he wasn't down yet. It looked like from up here he slipped and was on the ground before.
They must have seen something we didn't, but that's might be huge for Milbank here to get him a second chance at it. A little demoralizing there for the Cubs, but now they just got to go fight back for it. That's one common pattern we've seen here with the running plays, especially with Milbank, is they signal that motion and then go about consistently the same play every time. Chamberlain just hasn't quite been ready for it. Second and 1 here.
The ball carry on that last play. Merton sends a man in motion, hands it back off to Schneck, who puts his head down and picks up a gain of 5, it looks like, on the play.
Let's bring up Milbank first down. Five minutes and 30 seconds left here on the clock in the first quarter.
And they once again hand it off to Mertens, who picks up about 2.
Second and 9 here for Milbank.
Mertens is kind of going to roll left, keep it himself. Takes the ball, fights for extra yards. And he'll pick up about 7 on the play. Or 6 on the play. Which will bring up 3rd and 2. Milbank being very deliberate here on the second possession that they've had. Mertens looks left, sends Johnson in motion.
There's the motion we've seen. We've probably seen that play about 5 different times here so far. So Cubs have got to be expecting that, when they signal Eli Johnson to go over, that's definitely when they're going to, throw at Barrett Schneck right down the middle.
And it looks like he was stopped just short of the first down. They're measuring it on the far side, and they're gonna call an official's timeout to measure. The Cubs they know what play's coming when they send that man in motion, and they just haven't been able to break through the line and be able to stop him in the backfield. As we look at scores around the state in 11A, West Central leads Lennox 6-0 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Dakota Valley leads Beresford 7-6 with 10 minutes left in the second.
Looks like
Vermilion over Madison 6-0 in the first. Sioux Falls Christian over Belfouche 14-0. And Del Rapids over St. Thomas More 7-0. As they spot the ball just short of the first down, will bring up 4th and inches.
And you definitely know they're going to go for it.
And Milbank is going to load Mertens up under center with a little QB sneak up the middle, who gets pushed by the pile, and he'll get plenty. As Mertens picks up 5, which is good for a Bulldog first down.
Milbank's going to line up here at the 20-yard line. Definitely them getting a second shot at it here after their last possession. 3 minutes and 25 seconds left here on the clock in the first quarter.
Hand off to number 4, Sawyer Gower.
Gower on that carry picks up about 4.
Met by number 34, Slade Reese. Gain of 3 on the play, brings up 2nd and 7.
Milbank within the red zone already. Here on their second drive.
There's the motion we've seen constantly. And looks like they got on top of it there. That might have been no gain on the play.
That doesn't look like a gain on the play. There's
Break on the carry, brought down by number 42, Noah Hotmaker.
So, the Chamberlain defense has got to be expecting that.
No gain on the play, brings up.
Yeah, Maxwell, Milbank has attempted 3 passes so far. All have been incomplete. The running game for Milbank has been working as they've had 6 different ball carriers already so far. And Milbank going to pass this time. Mertens looks left. He has a man in the back corner of the end zone wide open.
A wild pass. Surprised they didn't just try to go for the run there again. With the games we've been seeing from them.
And that ball flies out the back corner of the end zone.
But once the Cubs really start picking up on this Milbank running game, and once they start consistently stopping them at the line at least, that's when things definitely might shift in their favor.
The Bulldogs are on their own 18-yard line, 4th and 7 to go. And it looks like they're leaving the offensive unit out there as they're confident. Mertens all alone in the backfield.
There's the motion.
Gower to the right. He's going to roll right. That ball
wild throw.
That ball is deflected down by Ty Grazer. And the Bulldogs come up short once again.
And you'd figure that when they're in the more towards the red zone like this, that you would just consistently run it like you have been. When you're averaging 4 yards a gain.
Yeah, about that. For the most part, it's been 4 or 5 yards. And the Cubs, after the fumble on their last drive.
2 minutes and 8 seconds left here on the clock in the first quarter.
Cubs hand up to Rye up the middle. Looks like Hutmaker tries to get ahead of Ryer and pick up a block, and Hutmaker stumbles down and trips up Ryer.
Brings up 2nd down and 7 to go.
Ryer with 4 carries and 19 yards so far in the ball game. Milbank has not had an answer to Ryer so far yet. Snack runs up to the line. Ryer busted out the outside, runs over a Milbank defender.
Looks like he's going to get the first down there.
As he'll pick up 7, and that's what I mean right there. Maxwell Ryer hits those holes hard, and he's not afraid to run over. He's not afraid to shy away from contact, as we see that time. He lowers his shoulder over 2 Milbank defenders and is able to pick up the first down for a gain of 9.
And he is, again, consistently proven to be an asset to this Chamberlain team.
And as we are just shy of 1 minute in the first quarter, there has not been a completed pass so far in this ball game, and there's still not, as Donovan's going to flip it to the right on the outside and
gain of about one on the play.
Picks up 1.
And that's what we kind of said from the start here, Dakota, is that it's going to be a running ball game. And right now it's been somewhat of a stalemate.
Yeah, both teams haven't been able to get a whole lot going. Milbank, when it looks like they do have something going, they come up short in the red zone.
And I thought that was a very interesting decision, to go for those passes, those last few plays from Milbank.
And Ryer gets the first down, where the flag is down on the far side.
We haven't seen a lot of flags this game either. "18 seconds left here on the clock in the first quarter."
Holding, offense, number 71. 10 yards from the 5.
And they'll be holding on Peyton Hora.
That's going to push the Cubs back here.
And that will bring up 2nd and 15. That was that's kind of a demoralizing play there for the Cubs as Ryder picked up about 8 more yards on that carry. And he was good enough for a first down, and holding penalty calls it back. We'll bring up 2nd and 15.
You cannot afford to do that at this time during the game. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. It is 0-0 here at Chamberlain, and we will be right back with you with the second quarter after a quick word from our sponsors.
As you aim to reach new heights on the field or court, Elevate Agronomics is here to help you do the same on your farm. Putting together a solid plan for each customer is the goal at Elevate, so you can win all season long. With a full lineup of field seeds, including corn, soybeans, alfalfa, sorghum, forage, cover crops, wildlife habitat, and more, along with a full line of chemicals and plant health products, Elevate is ready to put your plans into action. Check us out at elevateagronomics.com or stop by the office in Winter today.
Why am I so sore?
There are everyday moments.
Hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder! Yeah, that hurt.
And there are epic moments.
Slide! College! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Welcome back to quarter number 2 of Cub vs. Bulldog football here in Chamberlain, South Dakota.
It is 0-0. It looks like it might be
as we have another penalty down. And it will go against the Bulldogs as they call it an encroachment penalty, which brings the Cubs back to the original line of scrimmage after the holding penalty to end the first quarter. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 27-yard line. Donovan looks left to fire. The Bulldogs bring up.
And that's the first completed pass of the game so far.
And that is good for 9.
That works. You know, we've seen both these teams consistently go with the running ball, which is definitely smart. It's been working for them, kind of. It just,
and with 11
inconsistency.
And with 11:42 in quarter number 2, that is the first completed pass we have had all night.
And looks like there might be a timeout called here by the Cubs. We will be right back with you after this timeout, after a quick word with our sponsors.
Dosey's Signs in Chamberlain isn't your run-of-the-mill sign shop. Todd and Doug take the time to listen to your needs and come up with an innovative and effective design to fit your budget and take your advertising to the next level. Dosey's specializes in any size or event sporting banners, storefronts and awnings, and letters or numbers for windows, vehicle boats, and enclosed trailers. Need something more flashy? We can do a vehicle wrap, illuminated signs, billboards, and LED lighting. If you can dream it, we can design and build it. Dosey's is a proud sponsor of local sports and communities activities.
And we are back after that wannabe timeout that Maxwell said. And in reality, it was just a chain gang coming out to measure.
It was, in fact, not a timeout. Who would have thought?
As they will mark the ball a little bit short of the first down. After that completion to Dusty Rose for 9 yards.
Third and about short.
Third and about short, yes, that's right, Maxwell. The Cubs only need about 6 inches to pick up the first
down, indeed. Will it be enough? That's the question.
Bulldogs loading up the box. They're going to hand it up to Hutmaker. Hutmaker fighting for that first down. Reaches out.
They've stopped Hutmaker so far every time he's ran the ball.
And Hutmaker is super close again. The officials are talking it over. And they spot him as he went backwards.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th down and a yard to go.
Now it's still 4th down and short. Are they going to go for it? I'd be surprised if they brought the punting team out. But, and
the Cubs have a 4th and about a foot to go. And they are bringing out the punting team.
This is a very interesting decision. Not going to lie, I was not expecting that. And now a timeout called on Chamberlain, and we will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and
also carry a selection of fishing equipment, supplies, and several types of bait. See you on the river. Old 16 Trading Post is a proud sponsor of Chamberlain athletics and activities on LiveTicket.tv.
And we are back here on Live Ticket TV. The Cubs with about a foot to go on 4th down. They elect to punt the football.
Probably just as surprised as you, Dak.
I don't agree with the play call, but
hey, this is what they're doing.
I know if I was playing Madden right now, it would say to run the ball and get the 1st down.
Exactly. But you know,
and a great punt by Ryder downs the ball at the 38-yard line. And that's where Milbank will take over their 3rd drive of the ball game. And Chamberlain just has to do a great job of stopping Milbank's running game so far. Milbank QB Garrett Mertens 0 for 5 on the passing part of on the ball, and that ball is going to be handed off to Garrett Schneck, swallowed up by Canyon Burkhardt for a gain of about 1 on the play.
Mertens hands off to number 44, Garrett Schneck. Met by number 72, Canyon Burkhardt.
Brought down by number 72, Cannon Burkhardt. There's the motion we've seen consistently. And we go for the pass play. And
Mertens' pass completed to Gower. Gower fighting for yards.
That is the 2nd completed pass we've seen all night.
Tackled by number 21, Sawyer Donovan.
Picks up 11 on the play.
Milbank seeing if they can finally capitalize on this possession here. Still 0-0.
Make that 13 on the last play.
With 9 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter. QB looks like he's trying to take it himself. Gains of about 5. Excuse me, gain of about 2.
And the Cubs broke through that line there, had a hand on the QB Mertens and couldn't quite bring him down the line of scrimmage. Tough break for the Cubs. There's that man in motion once again. They're going to hand up the middle to Bennett Schneck. He picks up about 1, it looks like, on the play.
Schneck on the carry. Gain of 2 on the play. Tackled by number 52, Marcelo Martinez.
Martinez on the stop. Martinez is the foreign exchange student for Chamberlain.
He's proven to be a pretty good football player here.
He has. He is originally from Mexico. Hasn't really played football a whole lot in his life. He's more of a soccer guy. But he's proven to be a very good athlete for the Cubs so far this season. Mertens looks left to fire.
Incompleted pass.
His pass was intended to Jaden Johnson on the slant route. Couldn't quite haul it in. And that will bring up 4th and 5.
Question is are they going to go for it?
Incomplete pass brings up 4th down and 6 yards to go.
Now this is a point where I would be somewhat surprised if they went for it, but well, we never know.
And if you're the Cubs defense, coming up with a stop here would be huge, as you might have caught a break after punting the ball away with 4th and a foot to go. And the timeout is called by Milbank as they want to talk things over with 4th and 5 left to go to the first down with 7:39 remaining in quarter number 2. And we'll be right back with you after a word from our sponsors.
Is your old flooring looking?
And we are back here on Live Ticket TV after a timeout called by the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs elect to punt it away. Owen Kest punts it away for the Bulldogs out of bounds at about the 13-yard line.
Cubs are going to have a little bit of ways to go here with 7 minutes and 34 seconds left here in the second quarter. Definitely going to have to make something happen. Hopefully this game isn't still 0-0 by the end of this first half. This is definitely a time for Chamberlain, just run the ball, run the clock down, and score right before halftime.
Exactly right, Maxwell. Chamberlain has to go 87 yards to put points on the board here, as the score is still tied at zeros with 7:34 left to go in quarter number 2. Donovan out of the shotgun formation with Ryer behind him and Noah to the side. He's going to look right to fire. Dumps it out to Hupmaker in front. Hupmaker with room to run.
He's got real estate, folks.
Breaks a tackle. One man to beat. Puts his head down and gets brought down at the 30-yard line.
That was a huge run for Noah Hupmaker. And that turned that 82 into about 27. That's definitely going to help the Cubs here. They got 28 yards to go. Huge play by Noah Hupmaker. Quarterback looked like he was getting a bit of trouble there. Saw Noah Hupmaker standing out in the open, just tossed it right up to him, and
Hupmaker picks up 60 yards on the last play.
That's going to be...
As that really shortens up the drive. Don's going to fake it to Ryer.
He's looking for a man and passes it incomplete.
Donovan's pass intended to Levi Miller. Laundry down on the field. As the Cubs are moving backwards.
Cubs are going to be about 1st and 15.
As the penalty was an ineligible receiver downfield, which will make it repeat a first down. Donovan's going to hand up the middle to Ryer. Ryer fighting for yards, picks up about 6 on the play.
We'll bring about 2nd and 9.
Gain of 6 on the play brings up 2nd down and 8 yards to go.
Excuse me, 2nd and 8.
Donovan going under center. Looks like he's going to have a blitzer on the left side. Hampton, the Hutmaker up the middle. Hutmaker fighting 4 yards. And picks up about, looks like 3. Now bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Cubs. After the opening play drive of 60 yards, the Cubs are trying to get something going here with 5:48 left to go in quarter number 2. Donovan moves Hutmaker to the left. Looks left to fire. Pass was intended to Dusty Rose, just a touch too high. And it will be interesting to see if the Cubs elect to go for it here. With 4th and 5 to go, you'd have to think, Maxwell, that this is 4 down territory as we near the end of the second quarter.
Well,
teams are trying to break the stalemate of the opening score.
It will be interesting to see what they.
And it looks like they're leaving the offensive group on. The Cubs are going trips right on the far side. Dusty Rose on the left. Donovan's got a blitzer to the left.
A wild pass. Short, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. 5 minutes and 35 seconds left here on the clock, and Milbank's going to get the ball here. Right about the 25-yard line. Excuse me, the 23-yard line. That was a...
and that pass there just got a little bit away from Donovan. If Hutmaker was able to bring that in without having to dive for it, he would have had the first down and a whole lot more, but the ball just wasn't in the quite right position. Merton's going to hand it off to Gower. Gower's fighting for yardage. Picks up about 6, but flag is down. As we only had 1 penalty in the first quarter. That will be the 3rd one already in the second quarter.
This is definitely now an opportunity for Milbank.
And a holding penalty will be called on Milbank. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, which will bring up 1st and 20, as they're going to replay 1st down. That penalty really backs up the Bulldogs in their own territory. Merton's running the play in from the far side. He's got 2 receivers on each side of him, running back to the right of him. Sends a man in motion. That's Eli Johnson in motion. Puts him in the tight end position once again. 10 the man in motion. Fakes the handoff. Looks to fire to Eli Johnson.
Quick pass there, taken down quickly by the Chamberlain Cubs defense. That's some good coverage there by the Cubs. At least, stopping him right away when he got it. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left here on the clock in the second quarter.
And that pass to Eli Johnson picks up 1 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 19 yards to go.
Gain of 3 on the play brings up 2nd down and 17 to go.
Mertens looks left to the fire. He's got a man.
Cubs need to get the stop here. He's definitely got room. That's going to be a substantial gain.
Jaden Johnson. Mertens using the Johnson brothers. Dusty Rose on the stop. Picks up 14 on that last play.
Showing about 3rd and 3.
That makes third down a little bit more manageable for the Bulldogs. Mertens is starting to find his groove with the pass play. Once again, going back to it. Fires to Johnson on the far near side.
Narrowly catches it. He's still in bounds. Gets down about the 41-yard line. That was a big pass play by Milbank. He very narrowly caught that.
And Johnson picks up 28 for the Bulldogs. Mertens looks left to fire once again.
Seen a lot more pass plays so far this possession by Milbank, which has been really interesting. I think they kind of noticed that the Cubs really picked up on their running game, so they're trying something else here, and it's got the Cubs off guard here.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Who was that pass to, Maxwell?
You know, I did not catch that.
Was it Gower? I think it might have been Gower.
It might have been Gower. And
Mertens' pass falls incomplete.
wild pass thrown was intended for Sawyer Gower. Fell incomplete. Going to be about 3rd and 7 to go. 3 minutes left on the clock here in the second quarter.
And Garrett Mertens did a great job of escaping the wannabe tacklers of the Cubs defensive line as they had him brought down in the backfield, able to spin and break free. Not quite able to get away. Yeah, the Bulldogs got trips right. They're going to fire.
Consistently been throwing pass plays.
Fire to Braden Christensen. Goes off the fingertips of Christensen. And the Bulldogs caught a break as that ball was nearly tipped and intercepted. That'll bring up 4th and 7. 2:56 remaining in the second quarter. The Cubs trying to come up big here on 4th down once again as the Bulldogs are going to go for it.
This is a crucial stop here that's needed for the Cubs, especially at this time at the second quarter.
And their timeout is going to be called by head coach Brian Almendinger for the Bulldogs.
And we will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Is your old flooring looking a little tired? At CBS
Hopkins Plumbing at Chamberlain is more than your full-service plumbing professional. They offer heating and cooling solutions from Rood and Coleman. And don't think they forgot about our furry friends, livestock and horses who need access to clean water too. They're a premier dealer of Ritchie water tanks. Call them today to take care of all your water needs, inside and out. Hopkins Plumbing of Chamberlain is a proud sponsor of local sports and activities on Live Ticket TV.
And we are back here in Chamberlain, South Dakota, as we are covering 11A football between the Chamberlain Cubs and the Milbank Bulldogs.
And as we said earlier, it is crucial for the Cubs to get a stop here, especially with 2 minutes and 56 seconds left on the clock in the second quarter. Right now, I think these teams are at least hoping that they just walk into the locker room tied and just, going with a new game plan here to get some points on the board starting the second half.
And Milbank comes out of the timeout, 4th and 7 to go.
Gonna be interesting to see what play they throw at him here.
Mertens takes the snap, QB sneaker up the middle, brought down by Hutmaker. Yet he picks up about 4, which will bring a turnover on downs. A huge stop there for the Cubs.
On their own 42-yard line. 45-yard line.
The Cubs take over once again, trying to break the score of the opening kickoff. Cubs hand it off to Ryer. Ryer trying to break free. Picks up 7 on the carry.
Ryer won't let people get in his way, and he is quick, too, on the football field. Definitely someone to watch out for.
That's Ryer's 8th carry of the night so far. 42 total yards on the night. Ryer has done a good majority of the Cubs' rushing game so far, having 42 of the 45 yards.
Donovan's pass intended for number 11, Jansen Konechny, falls incomplete.
Donovan's pass to Konechny comes up short at his feet.
3 yards to go.
That'll bring up 3rd and 3. And that's been a pretty recurring theme with Donovan so far tonight, Maxwell. His passes are either right on the money or they're at the feet of his intended receivers. He hasn't been able to keep them pretty consistent.
No, and be interesting to see what they do here. Cubs have got to really make some big plays here, and a flag called on the play.
And a false start will be called on Canyon Burkhardt.
You can't afford that, especially at a time like this when you need to get points on the board. You're going to bring up about 3rd and 9.
That is the Cubs' 3rd penalty of the first half. 20 yards in total. And what was a manageable 3rd down conversion opportunity, which brings up 3rd and 8. Makes things a little bit more difficult for the Cubs. Donovan under shotgun. Steps back to pass. Fires to the right side.
Incomplete pass. Intended.
Pass was intended to Devin Anderson. Brings up 4th and 8, and the Cubs are bringing on the punting team.
2 minutes and 12 seconds here on the clock in the second quarter.
Back deep to receive number 1, Jaden Johnson. In the punt for Cubs, number 4, Bryce Ryer.
Jaden Johnson back to return. Ryer standing out about his 23-yard line to punt this ball away. The ball takes a Milbank bounce, and Dusty Rose gets to it before it could go Milbank's way any farther. And the Cubs have been starting off all their drives with pretty strong, and they get into a good position, and the penalties are hurting them.
And it was too bad they
only had 3 penalties, but they've all came at crucial times that have proved to be difference here in the first half.
And, it was too bad that they couldn't capitalize on that huge play Noah Hutmaker had and gone down to score. That's definitely going to hurt later, especially when you see such a big play like that, when you had so many yards ahead of you. Definitely going to be unfortunate that they did not capitalize on that.
Mertens takes the shotgun snap, has a man chasing after him. His pass was intended to Sawyer Gower on the far side. Hits the hands of Gower and falls incomplete. Mertens 5 of 13 on the night.
That brings up 2nd and 10.
And it's been interesting to see, Maxwell, that the Milbank this second quarter has been favoring the passing game as they've been 5 for 13 so far. And as in the first quarter, we've seen quite a few running plays, and it worked pretty well for them. It has not proved to put points on the board so far yet, but it got them in good position to do some damage. Mertens once again takes the shotgun snap, fires to the left. Ball is underthrown, knocked down by Levi Miller, intended to Jaden Johnson.
That now brings up 3rd and 10. And now you're right, Dakota. I'm surprised they're starting to throw the ball this much here. The running play was, like you said, working so well for them at the start of the game. And
defender, Donovan able to come up with it as the Cubs will take over on the 22-yard line.
Minute and 43 seconds left on the clock here in the second quarter.
And the Cubs obviously trying to put points on the board. in the remaining time, but I think they'd be pretty content with going into halftime with a 0-0 ball game.
And just
Donovan's going to hand it off to Ryder. Ryder gets flipped by the legs, picks up about 3 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 7. The clock is running down. The Cubs going pretty slow. Just trying to be safe and secure with this ball. 17-7 at the end of the half. Dakota Valley over Beersford at the end of the first half. And Del Rapids over St. Thomas More 21-7. Vermilion also leads Madison 15-6 at the end of the first half. The Cubs hand it off to Hutmaker up the middle. Hutmaker breaking tackles, fighting for yards. Gets brought down at about the 48-yard line.
Looked like that might be some unsportsmanlike conduct on the play. Something definitely happened there. I didn't quite see. I just saw a guy get
Unsportsmanlike conduct. 71.
And you cannot afford to do that, especially if you're the Cubs, especially at this time during the game. That was an unsportsmanlike conduct called on number 71, Peyton Hora. 2 seconds left on the clock, and that just put Noah Hutmaker's good play to waste.
And the ball is on the 38-yard line now. 32-yard line. Donovan airs it out to Dusty Rose.
Very nearly intercepted.
Donovan's pass intended for Dusty Rose falls incomplete. Braden Christensen in on the coverage. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10.
And the Cubs it's been after every good play, they have had some stupid penalty that has brought it back. And after the unsportsmanlike conduct, it erased all of 17 yards of Noah Hutmaker's run. Donovan chooses to air it out again, escapes the tackler, chooses to run, tries to make a move, gets brought down.
And especially with those unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, that's all on you. You can't afford to make a mistake like that. And it's just you just can't do that, especially at a time like this. That's unacceptable.
And Donovan picks up 3 on the play that sends us into halftime with a score of 0-0. And we'll be back with you after a word from our sponsors after we take a little break.
Oh, why am I so sore?
There are everyday moments.
We can totally do this ourselves.
That hurt.
And there are epic moments.
This'll be epic!
Yeah, that was awesome.
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics.
Hi, Doc. My knee.
We'll help you move forward so you can tell the story.
Shoulder, my elbow.
Are you looking for a new vehicle but not finding what you want? Don't settle on a vehicle you don't love. Your order experts are here to help. We call it Vern ID Ford Your Way. Reserve your new car today. Your car, your way, on your time. Yes, it's that simple. Want to build your car online? Vern ID Ford Your Way. Want to chat with our order expert? Vern ID Ford Your Way. Whatever you want, however you want, Vern ID Ford Your Way can help. Are you
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you are ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Black Hills State University provides the opportunity to explore careers with more than 125 programs of study. With quality programs and passionate faculty, you can find the path to a career of your dreams. While exploring academic options, find adventure that awaits for you in the beautiful wilderness surrounding Spearfish. Get involved in one of the many clubs on campus. Learn to lead and gain the knowledge that puts you above the rest. Apply now at bhsu.edu.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Oh, why am I so sore?
There are everyday moments.
We can totally do this ourselves.
That hurt.
And there are epic moments.
This'll be epic!
Yeah, that was awesome.
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics.
Hi, Doc. My knee.
We'll help you move forward so you can tell the story.
Shoulder, my elbow.
Are you looking for a new vehicle but not finding what you want? Don't settle on a vehicle you don't love. Your order experts are here to help. We call it Vern ID Ford Your Way. Reserve your new car today. Your car, your way, on your time. Yes, it's that simple. Want to build your car online? Vern ID Ford Your Way. Want to chat with our order expert? Vern ID Ford Your Way. Whatever you want, however you want, Vern ID Ford Your Way can help. Are you?
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you are ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Black Hills State University provides the opportunity to explore careers with more than 125 programs of study. With quality programs and passionate faculty, you can find the path to a career of your dreams. While exploring academic options, find adventure that awaits for you in the beautiful wilderness surrounding Spearfish. Get involved in one of the many clubs on campus. Learn to lead and gain the knowledge that puts you above the rest. Apply now at bhsu.edu.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Oh, why am I so sore?
There are everyday moments.
We can totally do this ourselves.
That hurt.
And there are epic moments.
This'll be epic!
Yeah, that was awesome.
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics.
Hi, Doc. My knee.
We'll help you move forward so you can tell the story.
Shoulder. My elbow.
Are you looking for a new vehicle but not finding what you want? Don't settle on a vehicle you don't love. Your order experts are here to help. We call it Vern ID Ford Your Way. Reserve your new car today. Your car, your way, on your time. Yes, it's that simple. Want to build your car online? Vern ID Ford Your Way. Want to chat with our order expert? Vern ID Ford Your Way. Whatever you want, however you want, Vern ID Ford Your Way can help. Are you?
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, "What if?" a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Black Hills State University provides the opportunity to explore careers with more than 125 programs of study. With quality programs and passionate faculty, you can find the path to a career of your dreams. While exploring academic options, find adventure that awaits for you in the beautiful wilderness surrounding Spearfish. Get involved in one of the many clubs on campus. Learn to lead and gain the knowledge that puts you above the rest. Apply now at bhsu.edu.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong.
If you're feeling a little... If you're feeling a little hungry before or after the game, come on over to Charlie's in Chamberlain, South Dakota, where you'll find great food, beverages, and friendly staff. Doors open at 4 and food is served from 5 to 10, 6 days a week, closed on Sundays. No time to hang out? Their full menu of burgers, steaks, seafood, and Mexican cuisine is available for takeout too. Just call 605-234-6238. Oh, and don't forget about the party room that can be set up and ready to go for your next meeting, birthday party, Christmas party, or bridal showers and much more. Charlie's are proud supporters of the Chamberlain Cubs and Lady Cubs on LiveTicket.tv.
The friendly folks at Thiel's Collision Center in Chamberlain are the experts, and they get your ride back in tip-top shape. Established in 1962, they offer full collision repair work with wheel alignments, windshield replacement and repair, tire replacement and repair, and suspension work. They are open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5:30. Plus, they offer 24-hour towing service. Thiel's Collision Center, where driving your dream is a sure thing. Proud sponsor of Chamberlain Cubs and Lady Cubs sports and activities, broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Agrimax and West River Ag have been in the winter area for a combined total of 9 years. We offer top-of-the-line services and inputs such as chemical, seed, fertilizer application, spraying, and agronomy services with a certified crop advisor on staff. We are a full-service business that is locally owned and operated. We look forward to continuing service to the ag community and cannot wait to help you with all your agricultural needs. Agrimax, shaping the future of ag.
Big city shopping without having to travel. Barry & Basil is proud to offer curated kitchenware, gadgets, gourmet foods, olive oil and vinegar, wine, and much more. Follow us on Facebook for upcoming events and special announcements. Wedding gift registry and private tasting events are available by appointment, and our online shopping experience is coming soon. Join us and find joy in cooking as you gather your friends and family to eat, drink, and love.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
What drives the next generation of champions? Those student athletes who choose to do what is difficult, with commitment, with sacrifice, with faith that hard work does pay off in the end, no matter the final score. Vernity of Mitchell believes in the next generation of student leaders as they excel on the playing field, on the court, on the mat, and in everyday life. Vernity of Mitchell, we deliver what you need for the road of life.
Make sure your grass is always greener with a new John Deere mower from your local C&B. Big or small, let the experts at C&B help you find the mower or utility tractor that will help you get the job done right. Stop in and check out the John Deere Z-Track mowers or take a load off with a new utility tractor with attachments available to help you with your projects of all sizes. Go green this summer at C&B. Learn more about available offers at DeereEquipment.com.
Real tractors are green.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
And we are back here at Don Giese Field here in Chamberlain with 11A football here in Week 9. As Milbank is set to kick off here to start the second half. We are at a score of 0-0. A defensive battle so far.
Indeed it has been. It has been quite the ball game. You know,
both teams in the first half were pretty consistent with their offensive numbers. Chamberlain running the ball for 74 yards, passing it for 69 yards. Milbank on the other side running it for 76 yards, passing for 61. So it's been pretty consistent back and forth with the totals. Donovan takes the kickoff. He doesn't get a whole lot. Looks like he gets the 20-yard line. And that's where the Cubs will take over.
And this has been a drought of a game.
Offensive drought.
Yes, indeed.
Donovan trying to lead his team to a great second half to victory. He's got Hupmaker and Ryder behind him. Hands it off to Ryder. Hupmaker clearing the way. Looks like Ryder picks up one on his 11th carry of the night. Actually, give him two. Donovan under center once again. He's going to hand it up the middle to Hupmaker. And Hupmaker gets swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Milbank has been doing a pretty good job at stopping Noah Hupmaker this game so far.
Which will be a loss of one on the play.
Oh, that one play we did see earlier in the first half, that huge, huge play made by Noah Hupmaker that the Cubs failed to capitalize on.
And Donovan going on shotgun formation, 3rd and 9. Drops back, flips it up. Tried to flip it up to. Looks like Hupmaker got flags thrown again.
Touching offense 72. A penalty decline, 4th down.
You know, illegal touching penalty. As that was on Canyon Burkhardt. Couldn't really do a whole lot about that as Donovan threw it up and he kind of just fell onto his lap. He let the ball drop, but didn't really change the outcome of it. And the Cubs go 4 and out on their first possession here in the second half. As Ryder punts it away. Great punt by Ryder. Catch by Jaden Johnson at the the 45. He's running, breaking tackles. Gets to the 33. And Milbank in great position here.
Milbank in good field position here. Hopefully gets something up on the board early in this second half.
Merton's under shotgun, sends Eli Johnson in motion. He's going to hand it up the middle to Sawyer Gower.
And we've seen that play about a dozen times here this game so far.
And Gower looks like he picks up 5 on the play. Excuse us, Barrett Schneck on the carry. Brings up 2nd and 25. Once again, sending Eli Johnson in motion as they're going right back to Schneck, who doesn't pick up anything or lose anything, which will bring up 3rd and 5. Cubs defense got
down. The first touchdown of the night scored by Milbank. Milbank went for it on 4th down there and ended up being worth it. And that long drought of no scoring has ended. Milbank finally put some points on the board.
And on Merton's 16th pass attempt of the night, he manages to connect with Eli Johnson on the 30-yard completion on 4th down.
And they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. And they get it. And that's going to bring the score 8-0. Milbank up over the Cubs here in this 3rd quarter.
Milbank 8, Chamberlain 0.
And that for them, that is for sure. Cubs looks like they kind of got caught off guard there, and now they're definitely going to have to answer back here. They've had a lot of opportunities that they've kind of thrown away with some silly penalties, so to speak, and you just can't afford that here, especially when the game is this low scoring. You need to capitalize on every possession you get. You know, we saw that big play made earlier I keep going to that possession in the first half, that big play made by Noah Hutmaker, and then there was that foul call immediately afterwards that basically took a lot away from it. And they definitely had a chance there, and they failed to capitalize on it, and they're going to need to make something happen here.
And with 7:53 left to go in quarter number 3, Milbank manages to capture the lead that both teams were desiring for about 2.5 quarters. As Milbank jumps out to an 8-0 lead. And Donovan catches it. Donovan's got daylight down the field, gets about to the 35-yard line.
A good gain there by Donovan. Cubs in decent field position here.
And a couple of the fans sitting below us under the press box were yelling at Donovan to get going on that kick return as he did a great job of being patient and allowing his blockers to get ahead of him and find the body and get him out of his way, and
it paid off.
They did a great job of that, and he managed to get to the 33-yard line. And now since the Cubs are trailing, they're going to have to figure out a way to get some sort of offense going against this Milbank Bulldog team.
And what we said at the beginning of the game, this is a must-win for the Cubs. They need to win this game and the next week's game if they want to go to the playoffs. So this is a must-win here for the Cubs.
Hand off to Ryer on the first play of their drive, and he picks up 1. And Ryer is still running hard, hitting those holes very hard. Here in the second half, it's just his teammates aren't really letting him get by as they're coming up trying to block in his way, not letting him get to his hole, and his running hole is collapsing too fast. The Cubs going a little bit of trickery on that play as Donovan flips it over to Miller on the reverse.
Gain of about 1.
Scratch that, give him 2 on the last play, and
interesting trick play there thrown by the Cubs.
On Miller's first carry of the night, he picks up 2. And Donovan is going to get brought down way behind the line.
That is a huge sack by Milbank, and that is demoralizing for the Cubs here. They're going to have to go for the punt here now that 4th down has arrived.
And that'll bring up about 4th and 16, it looks like. And
well done by the Milbank defensive line getting to the quarterback, especially on a 3rd down like that when they needed to, and forcing this punt here by the Cubs.
And once again, Ryer is back to punt. And the ball takes a great Chamberlain bounce, and Milbank takes over as they're going to try to extend their 8-0 lead here over the Chamberlain Cubs. The Cubs had 2 drives here in the 3rd quarter. Both have been 4 and outs, just haven't been able to get anything going against this Milbank defense. I don't know if it was Coach Allmendinger's speech at the halftime break, but this Milbank team is looking like they're a little bit fired up after
something definitely got them going, that is for sure.
After being tied with Chamberlain at the half. Mertens sends Johnson in motion again, hands it up to Barrett Schneck up the middle, bouncing off wannabe tacklers, keeps going, and picks up 10 on the play.
Met by number 21, Sawyer Donovan. And number 34, Slade Reeves.
And Schneck on the first play of their 3rd drive here in the 3rd quarter is good for 10 yards and good for another Bulldog 1st down. The Bulldogs going back to the running game. It's worked well. Mertens drops back to pass this time. He hits Emmett Hansen on the far side and picks up what looks to be about 5 on the play.
Milbank slowly but surely marching down the field here.
We have a flag thrown on the last play.
Personal foul, blindside block on the offense. Number 13.
And that's a penalty you cannot afford if you're Milbank right now.
And a 15-yard penalty of a blindside block. And that moves it way back. That'll bring up 1st and about, looks like 21 or 22. And that scratches Hansen's play. Mertens sends a Gower in motion. Scrambling right, has Hutmaker chasing him down.
Looks like he's going to try to take it himself.
Cut it upfield. Gets knocked out of bounds by Marcelo Martinez.
Looks like at about the 49.
Looks like he picks up about a gain of,
48-yard line.
A gain of 11 or 10.
2nd and 10 to go here for Milbank. Milbank looking a bit more fired up out there after that touchdown. Almost looked like it was intercepted there by the Cubs, but it looked like the ball just hit the ground before it got in the hands of Levi Miller.
And here's the score to the big game in 11 AA tonight. Number one ranked Pierre is trailing number 2 ranked T Area by a score of 24-21 with 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
That'll be a game to keep an eye on for tonight for sure. Those are two big teams that are definitely, especially come playoff time and state contending time, something to watch out for.
Mertens fires left to Gower in the flat. Gower cuts it upfield. Gower gets brought down for after a gain of 8 on the catch and run. Make that now 4th down and 2 yards to go for the Bulldogs. And Miller calls fair catch on the turn, decides to let it bounce after that. He must have a little bit of PTSD after that one earlier, Maxwell, that he called fair catch on. Attempts to make the diving catch at it, hits his hands and bounces over the Bulldog defender.
Yeah, that one earlier nearly went really, really bad for the Cubs.
And that time he takes the smart decision and lets the ball bounce and lives to see another day for this Cubs offense.
Cubs, they need to get a bit more fired up out there and get something going. They're trailing 8, and this is not going to be a high-scoring ball game, so it is all or nothing right now. And you got to give credit to Milbank, going for that 2-point conversion and getting it, because I think they know that is really going to count at the end of the day here.
And Helpmaker on the carry picks up what looks to be about 2 on the carry. I'll bring up 2nd and 8. 3:24 left to go in the third quarter. And the Cubs offense has been pretty stagnant all night and just not a whole lot going for them. Likewise with Milbank, they come up, open the second half with a 30-yard TD to Eli Johnson on 4th and 6. Helpmaker bouncing it outside. Flag thrown on the flag.
Helpmaker on the carry. Flipped up by number 3, Hayden Christensen.
The flag thrown back at the line of scrimmage. Looks like to be against the Cubs.
On the offense, number 72. 10 yards from the spot, foul, 2nd down.
And that penalty is going to hurt there for the Cubs.
And we have a 10-yard penalty. What did he say that correction was? I didn't quite catch that. Looked like it was a 5-yard penalty, not a 10-yard penalty. Donovan looks right, gonna fire to Miller. Miller tries to get a little running room.
Gonna bring up about 3rd and 10 now.
And it's Miller's first reception of the night. Gets him back to the original line of scrimmage, and that penalty was the Cubs' 6th of the night, Maxwell, for 50 total yards of penalties, and that's not a recipe for success by any means, especially when about 2/3 of those penalties came after a great play by the Cubs, and really can kill the morale of a team.
That is very true, Dakota. looking back on it, they definitely had multiple scoring opportunities that were right within their grasp. But those penalties just killed them.
And Donovan completes the pass once again to Levi Miller. Looks like they're going to spot him just short of the first down.
Now, last time they were in this position with about fourth and about a foot.
And looks like they once
punted
again
it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do that again here. But what do we know? Or
and never mind, they are going to spot the ball. An extra yard than we thought, and it's good for another Cub first down.
That was a huge play there for the Cubs. Now they just need to make the most of it and drive the football down the field and do what you're supposed to do, and that is score a touchdown.
Hand off to Hutmaker, and Hutmaker just did not hit the hole hard. And Hutmaker letting his teammate Blaze Kniplin have it during that huddle, as Blaze Kniplin just got shoved back by his man on the line, and it really blew up the play.
No, Hutmaker is quite the leader out there. He's a senior this year. He's been an asset to this team these past 4 years, and he will be missed by this Chamberlain Cubs football
and once
team.
again, hand off to Hutmaker. Hutmaker.
He's got room. He's got real estate. And a big play by Noah Hutmaker, tackled at the 30. This is the time for the Cubs to capitalize, as we said earlier, and go and score a touchdown. Huge play by Noah Hutmaker.
And Hutmaker picks up 44 yards on that carry. And Kniplin must have took what Hutmaker had to heart, because he opened that hole pretty wide for him, and Hutmaker took off through it.
Now it's time for the Cubs to capitalize on that big play. We saw something like this early in the first half where Hutmaker had a huge play, but then with flags and penalties, something floundered earlier. And it looks like they're going to get another first down here.
And Donovan able to, on the the quarterback keeper, picks up 10 on the play. And the Cubs having a little momentum going here as the quarter number 3 winds down. 18 seconds remain. And after 2 plays for 54 total yards, the Cubs are within the red zone here. Donovan under center. He can hand up to Hutmaker on the reverse. And Hutmaker looks like he loses one on the play, and that'll bring up second down and 11 on the 21-yard line.
And that's the end of the third quarter here at Chamberlain. The score is 8-0, Milbank up, and Chamberlain looking to be in potentially scoring position. We will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
D-Highs Processing LLC, north of exit 265 in Chamberlain, is a custom-exempt licensed processor with a large retail base of beef, pork, lamb, chicken, fish, and shellfish. Tina, Jamie, and the crew invite you to come in and try their 25 different flavors of brats, 13 flavors of marinated chicken breasts, and 5 flavors of marinated steaks and pork chops. Don't forget, sticks and jerky are available too. Everyone at D-Highs Processing would like to wish Chamberlain area students the best of luck in all their activities.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
And we are back here on Live Ticket TV with coverage of 11A football between the Chamberlain Cubs and the Milbank Bulldogs. The Cubs are 2nd and 11 on their own 21-yard line. As we start the fourth quarter, Milbank is leading by a score of 8-0. Milbank loading the box up. Noah Hutmaker breaks free. Looks like he picks up about 12 on the play.
Good gain by Noah Hutmaker there. Looks like he was just
if they spot him
short.
Give him 11 on the play.
Third and about a foot.
Donovan under center once again. They're going to give it to Hutmaker. Hutmaker just running forward, getting his way for another Chamberlain Cub first down.
Cubs in scoring position. They need to capitalize here. They need to score. Like I've been saying, with how low scoring a game this has been, and with it being the fourth quarter right now, it's got to happen.
And that run right there was Noah's 11th carry for his 78th yard of the night. Ryer's not that far behind him with 12 carries for 54 yards. Those two have made up a great deal of the Chamberlain's offense tonight. Donovan once again under center. Takes the snap, hands it off. Just kidding.
Going wide, Mike it. And
gets wrestled down by Braden Christensen on the far side.
Can't really afford that.
So it looks like a loss of 4 on the play. And the Cubs really need to capitalize on this great field possession here, as they are trailing by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Donovan hands it off to Hutmaker up the middle. Hutmaker just fighting for yards. Looks like he might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit farther, but Hutmaker trying his best here to get something going for the Cubs. He picks up 6 on that last carry. That'll bring up third down and goal from the 6-yard line. Donovan once again under center. Turns the hand off, fakes it, keeps it. He's got room to run.
And that's a Chamberlain Cubs touchdown right there.
For the touchdown. There's Donovan on the 6-yard carry.
A crucial touchdown
into the end zone.
Now they almost have got to go for the 2-point conversion here to tie this game up, especially with how low scoring it's been. 9 minutes and 18 seconds left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. They have to go for the 2-point conversion.
And on Donovan's 4th carry of the night, he has managed to find the end zone for the Cubs here in the early stage of the fourth quarter. The Cubs set it up in 2-point conversion.
This is a big play.
Hand up to Hutmaker up the middle. Hutmaker just finding his way in there.
That's going to tie up the ball game here tonight at Chamberlain. 8-8 with 9 minutes and 18 seconds left on the clock. A huge drive for the Chamberlain Cubs.
And Hutmaker, and that drive was pretty much all the Hutmaker show here. As we get closer down to the end of the ball game, Hutmaker kind of took that drive into his own hands and said he's not going down without a fight in this last quarter. And he starts to drive off with a 44-yard carry.
And
up the middle and sets the Cubs up in a great field position.
That could be a huge momentum changer here for the Cubs.
And it was all Hutmaker from the rest of theirs. He went 21 more yards on top of that and managed to find the end zone on the 2-point conversion to tie things up at 8 apiece. And Levi Miller is set to kick away for the Cubs.
Now this might be a marathon of 9 minutes and 18 seconds left here in this fourth quarter here. This is going to be very interesting.
And Miller's kick goes out of bounds, which is not going to help the Cubs any.
A flag thrown on the play.
His kick goes out of bounds, which isn't going to help the Cubs any, as it's going to spot the ball farther up along the field as his kick went out of bounds. Miller trying to find that back left corner of the field. Ball takes a wicked bounce. And
Milbank is going to get put at the 35-yard line.
Eli Johnson in motion. Garrett Mertens hands it off up the middle to Bennett Schneck for gain of 4 on the play. That was Barrett Schneck's, 12th carry of the night. 53 yards in total for him tonight. This time they're going to hand it off to Sawyer Gower up the middle. Fighting for yards. Gets the first down. Gower picks up 6 on the play. Scratch that. Make that Barrett Schneck on the carry.
Going to give Milbank the first down at the 45-yard line.
Once again, hand it off to Barrett Schneck, who's putting his head down up the middle, and they're going to give him 5 on the play.
Brings up second down, 6 yards to go.
Mertens once again sends Eli Johnson in motion. He's going to keep it roll left. And Bryce Ryder flies in there from the linebacker position and makes the tackle just outside the 50-yard line number for no gain on the play. I'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Cubs defense has to come up strong here.
Yeah, especially with 7 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. It is necessary. Milbank could just take their time with this possession, waltz right on down there, score at the last few minutes, and then make it really tough for the Cubs later on. But that is exactly why the Cubs need the stop here, like you said, Dakota.
Mertens going under the shotgun formation. The Bulldogs lining up the line.
There's the motion we've seen all night. He's going to go for the pass play. Wild pass over the intended receiver.
This pass was intended to Braden Christensen on the far side. 5-yard out route by Christensen. Ball just thrown a touch high.
It's going to be curious if they decide to punt it here. It looks like they are going to.
Owen Tesh back to punt away for the Bulldogs.
6 minutes and 42 seconds left on the clock here in the 4th quarter.
And if you're the Cubs, you have to be liking your odds right now. You have plenty of time to go score here, and if you take your time and run the clock out and put up points here, you're in great shape in this ball game. As Miller catches the punt at the 20-yard line. Chamberlain scored on their last drive with a 6-yard touchdown run by Sawyer Donovan on 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. Noah Hutmaker was able to convert on the 2-point conversion with the run up the middle, which tied things up at 8. For Milbank, we saw that touchdown in the 3rd quarter, first drive for the 3rd quarter for Milbank. Eli Johnson on a 30-yard fourth down conversion for the touchdown. Ryder bounces it to the outside on the far side. A flag thrown. And another holding penalty against Chamberlain, it looks like.
You cannot afford that at times like these.
Offense number 42. Connections by the foul. First down.
And that'll bring up 1st and 20 now. The Cubs now have to go 90 yards to score here with the few minutes they have left in the fourth quarter. Donovan's going to hand it up the middle.
Gain of about... I got it. Can't quite see it from here.
The ball carrier was Hutmaker. Looks like he got about 4 on the play. 5 actually. I'll bring up 2nd and 13.
Cubs need to get something going here.
Donovan tries to hit Helpmaker on a little dump down pass again and falls incomplete. I'll bring up 3rd and 13 actually for the Cubs, and Milbank sideline signaling to the players that they need to lengthen up and just do anything not to allow the first down.
Cubs need a big play here. They cannot afford to give the ball back to Milbank, especially with 5 minutes and 43 seconds left on the clock here in the fourth quarter, and it's all tied up. A flag called on the play.
Legal substitution on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still 35.
An illegal substitution penalty on the Cubs, and Maxwell, it's never good when you run out of penalty columns on your stat sheet on the night.
That is very true, Dakota, and
as that is the 9th penalty of the night for the Cubs.
Do we have a total of how many yards the penalties have added up to?
$65.
That's definitely going to prove very
definitely
costly.
Donovan
looks like he's in trouble.
Passes it over to the sideline to Jansen Konieczny.
And now they're going to have to punt here and give the ball back to Milbank.
His pass was Konieczny. Doesn't pick up anything on the play, and that'll bring out the punting team for the Cubs, and that drive right there could determine the outcome of this ball game, as Ryder is to punt away for the Cubs, and Milbank is going to take over with a great field position after this punt. Ryder hits a high punt, returned by Johnson. Grazer had him in his hands.
Gets tackled about the
40-yard line, it looks like, and
yeah, like you said, Dakota, great field position here for Milbank. They just got to run down and score. They got time on the clock.
And Milbank opened up the first quarter with 6 different rushers, 6 different ball carriers. The second half, they have stuck with the tried and true Barrett Schneck, and it's been working pretty well for them. That time they go to Sawyer Gower on the carry, who doesn't look like he picked up anything there, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter.
Brings up second down, 10 yards to go.
Another check of that Pierre and T area game. Pierre regained control of the lead by a score of 28-24. About 8 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter as that game is winding down. It's going to be a great finish to that ball game.
A big pass play made by Milbank is going to be brought down about, looks like I want to say the 18-yard line from here.
That pass was from Mertens to Eli Johnson. A great duo so far tonight for a gain of 20 on the play. Eli Johnson's on 4.
And he is down at the 20, yep.
4 receptions for 81 yards tonight.
Milbank in great field position with 4 minutes and 31 seconds left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. There's the motion that we've been seeing all night, and
hands it up to Barrett Schneck up the middle for gain of about 1 on the play.
Brought down by number 52, Marcelo Martinez.
Martinez in there on the tackle.
Gain of 1 on the play. Brings up second down, 9 yards to go.
The Cubs have to do something special here down the stretch in order to keep their playoff hopes alive. The Cubs are currently at the 10th seed in the standings, about 1 point in the power points behind the current ace seed.
And that pass was called incomplete. Now it's going to be 3rd and 9 for Milbank.
Milbank on the other side is a little bit lower than Chamberlain in the standings, but not too much different points-wise off of the ace seed. And Garrett Mertens, shotgun formation, drops back to fires to the right. He's got Eli Johnson in the end zone for a touchdown. A 19-yard reception for Eli Johnson in the end zone.
That 19-yard pass is good for a Bulldogs touchdown.
And the 2-point conversion is going to be trying to be made by Milbank, and it is good. That's a big 2-point conversion there for Milbank. It's going to be the score 16-8.
And if you're Chamberlain, you obviously don't want them to score there, but you cannot be kicking yourself over it, as Milbank left 3:43 left to go on the clock. That is plenty of time for the Chamberlain offense to get down this field and score once again, tie things up. Although they don't have the lead, the game is not over. 3 minutes and 43 seconds is a long time, Maxwell, a long time for this Chamberlain offense to do stuff. And be right back with you after a word from our sponsors.
Lakers Ahead is back.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And we are back here on Live Ticket TV with coverage of 11A football here in Chamberlain, South Dakota at Don Giese Field. The Milbank Bulldogs lead the Chamberlain Cubs by a score of 16-8 with 3:43 left to go in quarter number 4. As Milbank tries to close out this game and to get their second victory on the year. Devin Anderson on the turn tries to hurdle someone on the far side. But I know Devin pretty well. He doesn't have the hops like that to be able to get over the people. The Cubs take over this drive on the 30-yard line as they have to go 70 yards and convert the 2-point conversion if they want to have a chance at this ball game. Donovan's gonna pitch it out to Ryder, halfback pass, and pass was intended to Devin Anderson. The Cubs went a little bit of trickery, and if Ryder was able to get a little bit of air on that ball, catch Anderson in stride down the field. That play could have had some damage written all over it, but Ryder's pass falls short and incomplete. I'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cubs. Donovan in a shotgun formation, right behind him, Noah to the right of him. Donovan drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, fires left. His pass was intended to Dusty Rose. His pass just out of the outstretched hands of Dusty Rose, and that'll bring up 10. The Cubs playing this last possession drive like they all have to get in one play. They have all the timeouts remaining and 3:29 left to go. They don't have to get it all at once.
No, they just need to take it one play at a time and maybe, just get things going here.
And Dom is going to hand it up to Hutmaker. Reaches out, tries to get to the first down, and they're going to mark him about a yard short, it looks like.
Now, question is do they go for it here?
Max, that's a rhetorical question. You have to know they're going to go for it here.
You know, you got a point, Dakota.
They are down 8 with 3 minutes left to go in the game, Maxwell. I think they have to go for it, I think. And they are set up to go for it. Milbank gets a stop here. It could seal the victory for them. They hand off up to Hutmaker. Hutmaker reaches for it. It's close.
It is very close.
The side official running in on the line. And he gets it.
It's a first down. That is a huge first down for the Cubs.
Hutmaker gets the first down by a whole 4 inches. And that just proves 4 inches is a very big deal.
It is enough. It's enough. It's enough here in this game of football.
That's right. In the game of football, if the ball is an inch or yards over the first down line, and that's all they need right there. And
that's all you need.
Donovan's gonna drop back, fires out to Hutmaker in the flat. Hutmaker gets hit for a gain of about.
Cubs have got to really get going in here and maybe get some. I just can't really say much else. They really need to get going. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left here on the clock.
And that was Hutmaker's second reception of the night.
2nd and 8 on the play. Cubs.
Donovan drops back.
Donovan fires. Incomplete pass.
He had Dusty Rose over the middle on his post route. He just didn't see him. And man, Dusty Rose wide open behind the safeties.
1 minute and 55 seconds left here on the clock in the fourth quarter.
Who knows? Donovan sees Rose. Airs that ball out down the field. That could have been it right there.
They just got to try to tie things up and get things to overtime. Donovan fires. Incomplete pass. It's going to bring up 4th and 8. And timeout called by the Cubs.
Donovan 5 for 15 on the night.
And
we're just going to keep it here, Maxwell, as the Cubs and Bulldogs talk this over. Like you said, 152 remaining in quarter number 4. 4th and 8.
I think they got to go for it.
Well, duh. 4th and 8 for the Cubs. If Milbank comes up with a stop here, that pretty much will seal it. The Cubs, they've had opportunities on this drive of Milbank giving the Cubs receivers plenty of space. And I mean plenty of space. I mean guys behind the safeties with nothing but green grass in front of them, and Donovan's just not seeing them down the field. And if he is seeing them, he's just not getting the ball to him on target.
And then, when we looked back earlier on the fouls called on Chamberlain is added up to, 65 yards?
65 yards, 9 penalties for 65 yards.
If Chamberlain loses this game, that is going to be imprinted in their minds here. That is something you cannot afford. Now this could be the cue. This is probably one of the biggest plays of the game here so far.
Donovan drops back. Milbank bringing the blitz.
Fires way over his head. No good.
And that just might do it here from Chamberlain, as Milbank is going to bring out the offensive team, and they're just going to run this clock down and take it from there. And I'm sure Maxwell we'll hear Monday at school that the penalties were not any of the players' fault. But when it adds up to 9, I'm sure some of them have to be.
Oh, yes. Especially when you get plays like unsportsmanlike conduct, that is all your fault.
You can't do that. Definitely not. Especially after a 17-yard run by Hupmaker. The Cubs get the unsportsmanlike conduct call, brings it all the way back, and kind of ends off that.
Milbank just going to run the ball here, run that clock down as much as they can.
Mertens on the keeper just dives down.
Timeout called by Chamberlain. That's their second timeout in this half, and we will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Black Hills State University provides the opportunity to explore careers with more than 125 programs of study. With quality programs and passionate faculty, you can find the path to a career of your dreams. While exploring academic options, find adventure that awaits for you in the beautiful wilderness surrounding Spearfish. Get involved in one of the many clubs on campus. Learn to lead and gain the knowledge that puts you above the rest. Apply now at bhsu.edu.
Farming isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau. As the #1 farm insurer in our territory, we offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, your machinery, your livestock, even your home and autos. We make it simple to get customized coverage in one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it most. Contact me, Rocky Newenhouse, your Farm Bureau agent in Corsica and Mitchell, to see how I can help protect your bottom line.
Contact Rocky Newenhouse today at 946-5606.
Farming isn't just...
And Milbank running the clock out. Mertens hands it off to Johnson. Johnson just running the ball. Doing his part.
Chamberlain Cubs going to call... Wait a minute.
Looks like about a gain of 7 on the play.
Another timeout called by Chamberlain.
That's Johnson's third carry of the night for 13 yards. And
Chamberlain just kind of looking for a miracle here.
Chamberlain has one final timeout left in the second half, and after that, we will see the victory formation from Milbank out on the field, as I'm sure Garrett Mertens and this Milbank offense will just run the ball and take the kneel and get back on that bus for the 3.5-hour trip home.
They are definitely going to have a long ride home tonight.
The bus ride is a little bit sweeter, though, if you win.
That is true.
Milbank coming here to town tonight for this matchup against Chamberlain, and both defenses played great. Can't really say they played stellar because I feel like it's just a lot more of a bad offense in that first half that made the defense look good, but.
And that run is going to seal it for Milbank.
And Bennett Schneck picks up about.
And this
4 on the play, and that'll about do it here tonight from Chamberlain. Running clock now.
And this will confirm the end of Chamberlain's season next week. They need to win this game to go to the playoffs.
And Chamberlain, definitely Maxwell, not out of contention just yet, as they could still upset Canton next week at Canton. And Milbank in victory formation as Mertens takes the kneel.
Some of those Chamberlain defensive players look like they're getting angry out there. Rightfully so. 45 seconds on the clock.
And it'll be about one more of those.
Milbank gonna let it go. And like I said, that 3.5-hour bus ride is so sweeter when you walk away home with a win.
Mertens waiting for the back official to put up his hand. He's going to start counting down now. And
what just happened?
It looked like a bobbled snap. Chamberlain trying to say they recovered it.
I don't think.
And that will do it here tonight. Milbank wins by a score of 16-8 over the Chamberlain Cubs.
That's going to seal the Chamberlain Cubs season for their most likely their last game to be next week here. This is a must-win game.
Chamberlain drops down to a record of 2-6. Milbank joins them at a record of 2-6.
And
that's all tonight from Don Giese Field with 11A football from Chamberlain, South Dakota.
We had a great, fun time this year broadcasting these football games here from Chamberlain. Look forward to seeing you next year. Good night from Don Giese Field. Good night.